Hello, my friends. Welcome back to A Common Touch of Fantasy. My name is Paul, and today I'm doing my TBR for November. These are the things that I'm hoping to read during the month of November. It's going to be a great month. It's my favorite month out of all the months of the year, and I'm hoping to get a lot of reading in, really limit my social media and my television watching once again like I did in October to just read a ton of books, and I'm really excited about it. So first off, there are a few things left over from October that I still want to read. The first of those being The Macho Paradox, Jackson Katz, the nonfiction book from a male perspective about violence against women. Looking forward to finishing that, reading more of that. It's actually really good so far. I'm expecting a 5-star rating out of this. I think it's going to be fantastic for the rest of it. I'm really learning a lot. The other book from October is Blackwing by Ed McDonald. I am only going to expect like a 3-star rating from this. I don't really know a whole lot about this, but I did start reading the first 10 pages or so, and it has a very Western fantasy feel, like Western as in, gunslingers and stuff. And that's not really my thing. I don't think there's guns in it. Actually, I'm not sure, but I don't know. Who knows if this is going to be good or not? We'll find out. But I'm only expecting a 3-star rating from that one. Moving on, we got audiobooks that I'm going to be reading this month from my library's OVERDRIVE. Once again, I am continuing to read the Jim Butcher series, the Codex Alera series. Number 4 is Captain's Fury. Number 5 is Princeps Fury. And number 6 is the First Lord's Fury. I'm going to expect a 4-star rating for all of these. I think that as this series has progressed, I think it's going to get better and better. So I'm expecting like a 4-star listen with all of these, and hoping that they follow through and the series ends on a high note. I can see myself liking the last book a ton, because usually when it comes to epic fantasy, that last book is the book that I love. I'm also listening to right now, actually, Briefcases by Jim Butcher. I'm very mixed about this so far. I'm about halfway through. I'm only going to expect maybe a 3-star rating out of this one. I'm hoping that the stories later in the collection are better. There's only been a few that I've really liked. It's just an okay listen so far. Moving on, library books. These are the books that I'm going to be reading from my library. First off is I'm going to do the book club at my library this month. We're actually reading this Sherman Alexie YA book, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I think it's about the experiences of an Indian growing up on a reservation. He's an artist, like a comic book artist or something like that. So I'm looking forward to this. I've heard this is really good. I'm going to expect at least a 4-star rating from this. Anything under a 4-star for this, I'll be disappointed with, because I've just heard a lot of good things about it. So hopefully I'm right with that one. Also from the library, we got Foundry Side from Robert Jackson Bennett. I heard this has a cool magic system, kind of like Mistborn in a way, and it's, high fantasy. But I also heard there's a lot of like language in this story, so I don't know. Bennett, he's hit or miss with me a lot of times, and if he sticks this book, I'm gonna be so happy. But my expectations are kind of low. My expectations are like a 3-star read, but I hope like I'm super surprised and it's just amazing. But we'll see. I don't know. Also, the Jessica Townsend book, Wondersmith, the next Morgan Crow book, and I'm looking forward to reading this so much. I'm expecting quite a bit out of this book, and I'm gonna expect at least a 4-star read. Anything under than a 4-star read is going to be a disappointment for me. I really liked that first book that I read the last month, and for me to put another middle grade book like during its release month on my TBR means I'm like super excited for it. So my expectations are pretty high. My hype level is pretty high for this one. So we'll see. Also, library book, Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'm finally going to read this. I've heard people call this like The Godfather with martial arts. And so I'm pretty hyped about this one. I think I'm really going to like this. I'm going to expect at least a 4-star read with this one. I'm hoping that this is going to be my favorite book because it has the ability to do that. And we'll see what happens with that one. And so moving on, we're going to talk about the books that I own. And these are the Tor.com novellas that I actually bought this year that I hope to read during the month of November. And so the first one is The Queen of Crows by Mike Cole. I just got this in the mail yesterday. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm hoping for at least a 4-star read with this because I really like the first one, and I'm hoping that this one steps it up even from the first one. So we'll see about that. That one's, I got some hype with that one too. The Twilight Pariah by Jeffrey Ford. This is a horror novella from Tor.com. I bought this a long time ago. I'm gonna expect low on this one. I'm gonna expect a 2-star read, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised. Hoping that it's gonna be more than that, and I'm hoping I'm just gonna love it so much. But who knows? And then The Lamb Will Slaughter the Lion. I have no clue what this is about. It was on sale back in like January or February. Never read it. No clue what it's going to be about. My expectations are pretty low. 2-star, you know, pretty low expectations on this one. Alright, moving on. Here's the books that I own, the paperbacks that I bought this year. These ones I'm hoping will be really good. So we got Elysium Fire by Alistair Reynolds. I love everything I read from Alistair Reynolds, so I'm expecting at least a 4-star read. I really liked the Dreyfus book before this one, The Prefect. I think it's going by another name now or something. But expecting a 4-star read with Elysium Fire, some sci-fi, hard-boiled detective type stuff with AI things happening, so hoping that's good. The next one is The Calculating Stars. I bought this at Worldcon. I'm expecting a lot out of this just because everyone loves this book, and I loved the short story that it's based off of, so I'm expecting to really like it. So my hype level is pretty high. I'm like a 4-star. So we'll see. Hopefully I won't be disappointed. Hopefully it'll follow through. And then, you know, I'm going to go ahead and try to read the sequel to The Fated Sky. Let's lower my expectations a little bit with this one, just so I won't be too upset. And yeah, so those are the paperbacks that I own that I'm hoping to read. And then some short fiction that I bought this year. So last month I did nonfiction for my daily hours worth of reading requirement. November will be short fiction magazines requirement, 1 hour a day. And then next month will probably be classics that I have to read 1 hour a day. It's just a way for me to read everything and keep a little bit of accountability in my reading. So I'm hoping to read Lightspeed 100. I've been reading this for like a month and a half now. I've only read like one story. Uncanny, I'm going to start at the beginning of the year and work my way back to the newest issue that just came out. So I'm going to go with the January, February edition from this year, and then the March and April. And then I hope for next year to just like read them as they come out instead of having to wait. So my expectations with the Lightspeed magazine is pretty high because it's like the best of the best coming back to write, so it's like a 4-star rating. And then my Uncanny issues are around like a 3-star rating or so. We'll see. I hope that there will be some like really good stories. I'm hoping that there will be some of my favorite stories of the year in there. So we'll see about that. So it's a pretty large TBR. We got 19 books in all, around 6,600 pages worth of reading. That is a ton of reading. But the good news is that is pretty close to how much I read last month. So I know that I can do it. So wish me luck. That's what I'm reading this month. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Whew. Maybe in my wrap-up video we'll see if my expectations met reality.